Hello and welcome to another edition of the Rumble in the Jungle, coming at you live from the Gurubashi Arena. Will our previous champions continue to upset the competition? Will another team surpass all expectations and take it all? Well, I mention White Claw less often. Stay tuned and find out. I'm Kimsex, and this is the Toxic Tournament Series. Welcome to the second event being put on by Toxic on Azuresong. I'm your host, Kimsex, and we've got a very exciting lineup of fights for you tonight. But first, I want to talk about the tournament format and bracket. This event, much like last month, is a 2v2 best-of-3 single elimination tournament. Finals will be a best-of-5. So we have a total of 10 teams this month, which means this is how our bracket has been framed. In the first matchup we have two memes, one dream going up against We Click Skills. Now the odds are leaning more in favor of We Click Skills, but I do feel on this one could lead to an upset. Now the winner of this match will head up against the heavy odds favorite Hoofin and Sloofin in our third match of the night, so the uphill battle for these teams starts very, very quickly. The second match we'll be seeing tonight will be between the French Connection and We Click Skills Better. The odds are a bit closer in this matchup, but I'm hoping for a very tough bout as there are a lot of unknown variables to take into account. I hope there's been a lot of prep work put in by both teams to get out of the early bracket. The winner of this fight has to go up against Dirty Legume League, the bronze medal winner of last month's tournament. It's going to be an interesting matchup for whoever has to face the Wrath of Peace in that fifth fight tonight. As we don't know who will be in the third or fifth fight tonight against Hoofin and Sloofin or Dirty Legume League, we're going to look at the fourth battle tonight between Bust a Load and Sapped Cows Don't Move. The odds are actually matched for these two teams at 4-1, so it will come down to whoever has prepped the most, I think. A double rogue comp has a lot of strength, do a lot of damage early, so we'll see if Sapped Cows can actually use their utility in an effective enough way to win. But Bust a Load will need to be able to utilize their own burst potential in CC to save themselves from the rogue onslaught. In the sixth predetermined head-to-head, we have Stealth Required, our fourth place finisher from last month, coming up against Gruesome Twosome, the potential crowd favorite with their use of an unlikely class, the Boomkin. The odds are pretty close here with a 5-1 and 6-1 difference, but with what happened last tournament, it is anybody's game depending on the amount of focus each individual has to the fight at hand. Now that we've covered the brackets, coming up next, we're going to look at some fascinating clips from last month, but first, a word from one of our sponsors.
Do you like to get white girl wasted and watch her weight? Do other alcohols just have too much impact and taste? Join Shanty and Boogie's White Claw Lounge, where you can discuss the finer details of one of the weirdest trends in alcohol in a very long time. No laws with the claw. Not sponsored by White Claw.
It's time now to look at last month's match highlight that had everybody talking. I'm talking, of course, about Matt starting to hit Stealth. If you missed it last time, here's the clip. 3, 2, 1, go. They're going.
My money! Just stop! Just stop it! Stop! No! Just stop it!
And immediately Matt gets hit and runs out. And again, can Matt close the gap? He's not camoed. Does he not have Vanish? Did he not? What happened there? Like, I thought he would have started Stealth. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, Mac and Portals just go down from the dots. All jokes aside, the real play of the night was a brilliant 2-1 moment by Peas. Let's paint a picture. In the fight for third place, Peas and Filthy Berry were up one round, but it seemed that Mac and Portals had a clear path to take round 2 and extend their chances for the bronze. That's when Peas decided to engage Ultra Instinct and clutch the bronze and crush the Dream of Medals for the odds favorite of the tournament. Here's the clip. Let's see, Portal gets the hard cast off on Filthy Berry. Berry's down with the hard cast on Pep. And that's exactly the kind of thing you need to do as a melee composition. You need to be able to lock one down and hard cast as much as possible to absolutely destroy. But Mac has now gone down. Pep has absolutely obliterated Mac and Portals. And that was the play of the match. Here's hoping we have more insane moments like that this tournament. But first, word from one of our sponsors.
The Toxic Tournament Series is brought to you by the Toxic Gambling Hall. Do you have an unhealthy desire to risk your gold? Do you think you just have too much gold? Well, if you're ready to roll it all away, join a Toxic Raid today. You won't even be able to repair afterwards. Toxic not liable for any losses accrued, no rolling if you can't cover the costs. Restrictions applied, no refunds. Definitely not an addiction.
As we wrap up our pre-show, I'd like to thank a major contributor to tonight's tournament graphics, @Wet Chicken Art. Wet Chicken Art, for all your niche graphic needs. Find her on Instagram and Facebook at Wet Chicken Art. That's at Wet Chicken Art on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks so much for the amount of work you put in to help me do a lot of the weird things this last month. I'd also like to thank Nick Salyers for providing additional art and assistance. It really helped out. Now, before we go into the tournament proper, there's one last thing I'd like to touch upon. Stay safe, wear your masks, wash your hands, hustle, follow, or climb. It all helps out. I'll be back in a few minutes to dive into the action. And we're back and unmuted. And we are only a couple minutes away from starting out our first fight tonight. It's going to be between, as I said in the pre-show, Two Memes, One Dream and We Click Skills. It's going to be an interesting night. Like I said, there's a lot of unknown variables. We don't know exactly how good Nuge is as a PvPer, but we also don't know what Swazzle and Bubba are going to come and bring to the table, right? It's going to be a match that's full of an actual question mark over the entire proceeding, in my opinion. But yeah, we're only a couple minutes away from actually starting. And if you liked the tie before, I like the tie even more so, as the matching burgundy coat definitely makes it all kind of come together. So I believe that people are starting to set up. I see Swazzle over here to the left. I see Nugent Chanty over here to the right. Approve the tie. Stay classy, San Diego. That is true. Nice. So as we get ready, we're gonna definitely see on the left team to start off. We're gonna have Two Memes, One Dream facing off to the right against We Click Skills. So when we look at where's Click Skills against We Click Skills. So we have Chanty and Nuge versus Swazzle and Bubba Dub. And it's going to be, like I said, just a very unknown fight. No one's posted it to Reddit as far as I know. But as you can see, we have We Click Skills with the power of the claw and the power of Nuge versus Swazzle with the antlers, and Bubba Dub just being very contemplative, very, very focused and very in the moment. And it's gonna lead to, I believe, a very interesting. I believe that Gray and I are supposed to be. Please clear the arena. Hang on. I need to whisper Gray. For the countdown. Those animations, yeah. So this is the head-to-heads that I was doing stuff. This is what I was doing all the photo shoots for. This is what I was asking everything for. News looks, of course, fantastic as always, and I know that his significant other was definitely probably watching, and this one's definitely, for her. This one's for her. I wanted to show her the beefcake shaman that she's with here competing tonight. And as we get everything close to going underway, let's see. Let's head in. Let's head in. We see Chanty and Nuge going in for the early aggression, putting Bubba Dub on the back foot. But we're going to see exactly what happens as soon as Swazzle comes down. Swazzle come out hard with the CC, focusing Chanty down. Is it enough to... Oh, has he feared? I guess he's feared away or DC'd. Did the tornado get him? Did tornado get Chanty? Is that what just happened? That'd be very unfortunate. The first round, we lose to absolute terrible weather conditions from one of our competitors. But that is the problem with an all-online competition. We see Nuge over here just rooted and unable to do anything. I'm assuming there was an issue. The tornado might have gotten Chanty. The power of the claw has been taken down by the literal force of nature that is the weather. And I don't know if that's a... He DC'd. I think we're going to get a reset on this fight. And now we're going to get we're going to have a short Pokemon the movie moment where everyone's going to go up there and go up to his body and just push it and go like, wake up, Chanty, Pika, P, get up, buddy. Oh shit, he's back. He's back and alive. I believe we're going to have a reset on that fight. That one doesn't necessarily count. It's a DC. You can only do so much about that, you know? You can only do so much about that. Unforeseen circumstances, it's a nature of competition on an online, space. But what a great way to start that, to show exactly how the fights are going to be. I'm going to be in the arena. I'm going to be showing. I'm going to be trying to give as much information as possible. But a little hiccup, little hiccup happens. Drink a little water to get rid of the hiccups. Stay hydrated. Stay focused. And give my energy to Chanty. I hope that Chanty can recover from this. I'm feeling News getting Ultra Instinct. I mean, we'll see. I believe everyone's getting ready, getting their buffs out, getting fully healed and resetting. 60-second break for mana. They're taking a break. It's a good dry run. Remember that this stream is not covered, not sponsored by White Claw. We make sure to be, clear on that. This stream is brought to you by the rejection letter from White Claw. So at least there's that. Get a cease and desist. I don't know. I was assuming that the White Claw would save Chanty there, but clearly we might need to reevaluate the strength. Reevaluate the strength of the claw. 5, 4. We're heading in again. 3, 2, 1. Let's ho. So once again, we have the weakling skills coming in with an early aggression. Because of the fact that they have one stealth member, they're going to try to focus Bubba Dub down. But, see, Bubba Dub's going down pretty quickly. Bubba Dub, is he clicking on himself? Let's see. Swazzle is focusing on Bubba Dub to keeping him alive. Is there enough damage going out, or are they focused too much on healing? That's an interesting question, because if it's going to be a war of attrition, Swazzle and Bubba Dub might win if the only person able to actually heal anything is Chanty. All they need to do is keep Chanty to keep going down to almost no mana. The mana is pretty low for Chanty. Meanwhile, Swazzle is still at about half whenever he shapeshifts back into his healing form. But we'll see what happens with News getting feared away. Is it enough to get Chanty down low? This looks like it's going to be a war of attrition. Whoever can run out of mana and actually put enough damage out. Oh, there it is. There it is. Bubba Dub is down. It looks like even with the double ability to heal, it wasn't enough to keep Bubba Dub alive. And now it's a bear fight to see how long he can survive and if he can outlast Chanty's mana, because Chanty is pretty dry right now. If Swazzle can put enough damage out and keep Chanty on the back foot, it might be enough. But it seems like they're just putting way too much pressure on him. It's just not enough. Nuge is really coming coming in strong in a fight in which he assumed that he would be taken out. And I was really hoping for the Swazzle Bubba Dub upset, but I feel like this is definitely an odds matchup that makes sense. And you just see Swazzle being beaten down, and now he's stunned, and this is it. It's gonna be one good cast, and that's round one. That's round one that goes to weak click skills. What an amazing fight right there. Oh, not that one. An amazing fight. Bubba Dub went down a little earlier than I'm assuming they were expecting. I was assuming they were probably wanting a more extended fight that could drain. If they can keep Chanty on the back foot is the problem. If they can keep Chanty on the back foot and continue to blow through all of his heals, through all of his mana, they can just probably make enough of an adjustment to take him down. But I think there was a lot of back and forth of stopping the heal that may have cost them the round. But that's just me personally. We're currently having one of the competitors is also our tournament reser, Amber, doing a great job as always, getting everyone back alive. That way, there's not a run back, because this would take even longer if we had to sit there and actually run back. So we're getting the reses out. We're getting everyone remannered up, ready to go, and get ready for round two. Remember, this is a single elimination, best of 3. So the first to 2, and they move on. The other team doesn't get to move on. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, because again, the winner of this match has to fight the odds favorite, 0.8 to 1. Like, they're so in favor to win that betting for them is going to net you almost nothing. It's an insane return. But we'll see what happens, because Hoofin and Sloofin are the ones that everyone has been trying to think about ways to beat them. That rogue lock combination seemed to work so well in the last tournament that no one ever saw it coming. But again, we'll see what happens. But now we're getting for round 2. We have 30 seconds left, or less than 30 seconds left. We'll see who can do it. Can 2 Memes 1 Dream come back and force a round 3? Will Weak Click Skills move on to face Hoopin and Sloofin? We'll find out here in just a few seconds. Oh, there's a call for a timeout. I'm not sure if it's related to Chanty's internet or anything, but we're gonna take a short time out for right now. So, guys, like we were saying, this is brought to you by the Toxic Gambling Hall. We like to gamble way too much in every single fucking raid that we do. So if you want to join us during one of our raids during the GDKP run on Friday, I'm sure there's plenty of ways to spend your gold there. During our regular runs, we definitely like to gamble. During these events here at the tournament, if you want to sit there and play the role game, we're more than happy to play you. There's a lot of people willing to throw it all away. We've had entire 1,500 gold at a time rolls lost. So let's keep that in mind. If you want to do this. Oh, we're starting again. Alrighty. 5, 4. Back to the tournament. 3, 2. Man, no one's telling me nothing. So here we go. So they're beginning. So they're playing not as aggressive this time. They didn't start off halfway through. We're going to see Swaz and Bubba Dub just kind of chill back as Click Skills begins to be the aggressor. We'll see Bubba Dub kind of split off from Swazzle. I don't know if I don't think this was a off start. Swazzle just said, "We're drinking, we're." So I think this was another false start. And they killed Bubba Dub anyway. He wasn't fighting, but they killed him anyway. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate and not funny at all. That's not funny. Okay, that is not funny. Now, I don't want to say that this is Gray's fault, but we can say that. Flag on the play, false start, 5 yards. You know, it's a tough world out there. They should have let him live because like that's so messed up. Like you could see that he was just sitting there not doing shit. Like you could have calmed down and been like, "Hey, something's wrong." Then we confirmed with both teams. I think I saw holding on number 32. Yeah, this is a clear infraction. But we're here with the in the rain. We're having a rain game. I don't know how long this rain is going to last, but it definitely adds a little bit of mystique to the environment. Both teams are ready, so now this time officially we're doing the round 2. Let's head in and see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going. All right. Once again, Weak Look Skills is setting up pretty early. I think Swazzle's gonna, with his cloak, they're going to stay back and play a little safer this time. But we're going to see who opens up first. Weak Look Skills is clearly about to start casting. We have a couple of dots out. And there's Swazzle with the open when he comes uncloaked. Bubba Dub is a lot lower than Chanty, so we'll see how much pressure they're really going to be applying to Nuge or Chanty, and Bubba Dub is just getting so much pressure applied to him. I don't know if how much Swazzle can actually do with the off heels when he's not spec'd into like attack. Like who is the actual damage dealer here? That's the question. Is it a combined effort? Triple fear. That's amazing to see. A triple fear. You see Swazzle getting rid of the totem, trying to make sure that Nuge doesn't have as many buffs as he possibly could. He's rooted now, and I think to see if they're going to start focusing on Bubba Dub. Chanty seems to be freely in the back line, not being affected, and Bubba Dub goes down again early. I don't know if Swazzle will be able to handle it. I can see why Tizzle put himself at odds. This was a rough matchup. But I'm just surprised that Nuge is holding on as well as he can. He's really coming to his own as a PvPer. Both teams have said that they will both be out round 1, but someone's got to be knocked out. That's the name of the game. It's how it works. The game victor, 2-0. Weak Look Skills. Fantastic matchup. But now Weak Look Skills is gonna have to go up against Hoofin and Sloofin. So while they definitely had a 2-0 this time, we'll see how well they do against the last tournament's champion. So let's update. Cheer to 100 bits. Oh, thanks, Lauren. We're going to update the brackets now. We have Weak Look Skills moving on ahead to fight Hoofin and Sloofin. And this is our current bracket as it stands. Next up, we are going to have the French Connection versus Weak Look Skills Better. So we'll see if that particular claim holds true. So as we get things ready, we're going to have to our left, the French Connection, and again, to our right, Weak Look Skills Better. Hopefully Gary's getting everyone in attention. I hope that everyone has a fun match. I hope that everyone exceeds their own personal expectations of what they had planned today and how well they were planning to do. But on the right side, we're going to have Weak Look Skills Better, right? That's how the bracket's lit up. Yep, Weak Look Skills Better to the right. So let's find out. Skills Better. Nope, that's to the left. Right. Skills Better. There you go. Weak Look Skills Better to the right. And on the left, we have the French Connection. So with Adina and Shell to the right, and Tukis and Wilmer to the left. Wilmer as Wookus, Tukis as Wilmer, and Amber and Shell Tukas and Adina. Sorry. I'm confusing that. Sorry. So we have Wilmer and Adina to the left, and we have Amber and Shellbot to the right. This matchup's going to be interesting because you have, Mage Priest versus Priest Shaman. So there's a lot of potential about whether or not it's going to be doable as far as how much damage can be outputted. Because really the output, the damage versus healing comes down to how far that mana can be stretched out. Because stretching out your mana as a healer and then maybe weaving in some damage spells, that all comes into play with this PvP tournament. Yes, as some people have noticed, the French Connection definitely have a baguette and some wine and a mustache, and Shell's a shell. So that is currently the lineup that we have set up for the fights. Starting next one in a sec. They're starting soon. Thank you for the whisper. That's all that I require so I can keep updating these graphics. Round 1 of the next match is about to start. The French Connection versus Weak Click Skills Better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heading in. All right, so both sides are coming in pretty aggressively. We're going to see how hard each of them start to hit. We have the sheep immediately on Shell. Is she going to trinket out of it? Who knows? She gets out of it, and immediately we start seeing some damage on Weak Click Skills Better. This constant CC seems to be real rough. Amber goes down. It feels like the mage and priest had a lot of prep time in terms of how they were going to handle this, and Shell's just trying to stay alive. It's on the back foot. There's just not enough damage going out. Like down 100%, set the 71%. I feel like there needs to be a little more aggression coming out of Weak Click Skills Better. But overall, that was a very, very exciting match because they both came out swinging in a way that they probably didn't expect even from themselves. But yeah, what a great round. Victor goes out to French Connection. Hit the feign death button. That's what that sound was. But what an amazing match. A lot of quick aggression from both sides, but there needs to be more damage coming out from Weak Click Skills Better. We can see that Tukas, Alan Wilmer, is able to get a lot of CC out, and we had a sheep, we had a freeze, we had a lot of lockdown happening against Weak Click Skills Better, and that allowed them to openly cast on the other members of Weak Click Skills. Like it's a mind game as far as how we handle our CCs and how we handle healing and mana consumption. So overall, it's going just as well as expected. Thanks HG Paris 678 for the sub. Thanks so much. We're having a great time. Killing the suit. I again, this burgundy just. I asked a number of people the color, right? What color do we want to go with? And burgundy was the decision. And I was like, I'm glad it was a decision. It works out just fine. But coming up next, we're going to have round 2 as the reses come out for both Amber and Shell, and they get their health and mana back up. Milk was a bad idea. Yes. Oh, that's okay. I see now. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, Lodi. Thank you. Ron Burgundy. Yes, you have to go with a color that just seems to match. And I know a lot of people were just like really liking the idea that burgundy kind of stands out because it's not the typical black and beige and gray. Like it still has color, but it's still like dark enough to really kind of work. We're at a 60-second break as people get the strategies lined up. Hopefully, Shell and Amber have come up with a way to maybe focus a little bit more damage on the other teams and force them to reevaluate how aggressive they're going to be. Because Adina, being a Shadow Priest, doesn't have really the same amount of healing capabilities as a non-Shadow Priest. So if they can focus enough damage to make them go on the back foot and force Adina to have the off heal and use her mana in that way, it might work out a little better for them. But round 2 coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, and they're already kind of dancing around and about to start fighting. Let's see what happens. Can they start putting a little bit more aggression onto Wilmer and Adina? That's the question. Adina's of course running around the back line. They're split down the middle. This is a very interesting setup. We have the Mage and the Shadow Priest on opposite sides, where there's not a lot of damage going on. There's a lot of healing happening. And we'll see. We have the sheep on Shell, and Amber's just getting focused down. That's all they need to do is get that one hard CC and just focus down. It was an interesting strategy to completely do a split left to right, but in the end, it's just way too much damage to heal through when you have two damage dealers with coordinated CC. But overall, a fantastic showing for a first time competitors who came in. Again, we're having a fun invite. They're going for the reses now. Unfortunately, Weak Click Skills Better do not advance. French Connection get to wave the flag of La Resistance and continues on to battle last month's champions, third place winners, the Dirty Legume League. So let's update the brackets now. The French Connection moves on, and they get to fight Filthy Berry and Pep and the Dirty Legume League. So this is our top 8 bracket coming in. The next match is going to be between Hoofin and Sloofin and We Click Skills. And Hoofin and Sloofin, of course, are the odds favorite. We're going to see if they can live up to that throughout the entire tournament. Make sure to be contacting someone in the area to join the group to possibly join in on some of the gold betting that's happening. Great Penguala. Thank you for the sub. We are setting up. Discord's open now. Hoofing and Sloofing, please make your way to the right side. No, they need to be on the left side. Oh no, they're right side. No, that's right. It's opposite of me. It's opposite of me because I'm on the opposite side of the arena. They're going to go to the right side. And if they move my left, that makes sense. Oui, baguette. We are having a fantastic showing for the Frenchies. Hopefully we can see how they stack up against Philly Berry and Peas. It's going to be an absolutely exciting match because Philly Berry and Peas were really favored highly in the last tournament. We're going to see if they can continue that streak to maybe do better than third, or maybe the French Connection is going to come in, surprise everybody, and knock them out early. That's what makes this so interesting when it's a single elimination tournament. You don't get to make the comeback story. You have to do it now. It's now or never in this type of competition. So we're gonna have Weak Click Skills versus Hoofin and Sloofin. So Weak Click Skills is gonna be on the right, correct? And we have Weak Click Skills versus Hoofin and Sloofin. So the former champions coming up against the up and comers, the White Claw Memers. And I'm hoping it's going to be an interesting fight because we have some interesting decisions last time as far as attacking Sloofin themselves, like attacking the pet itself, despite the fact they had a lot of resistance to it. They let Poseidon, the druid here to the left, get out to drink quite a bit, actually leave combat a number of times. It seems like that sort of strategy is not really conducive. But apparently I'm being told that we're about to head in. So let me turn off this and here we go. Let's see who can come out on top. Round one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heading in. All right, we'll see who the early aggressor is. They're it said begin, but both of them are still just kind of chilling. Of course, Poseidon is hidden, is camouflaged, and we're not going to be able to see him until he opens up. We're going to see who opens up with the early aggression first. The totems are down. Sloofin's being sent in, and we see that Chanty is on the back foot, getting attacked by Sloofin, but getting the heels off just enough. There seems to be a lot of damage on Stig. He's down to 70% health. Chanty is healing him quite. Oh no, not Chanty. Sorry. But the totems are being attacked and being removed. Hopefully, removing Nuj's power. We're gonna see what happens when Nuge is able to get close enough to Stig. Can Stig actually get a CC off, or is he going to sit there and take it as he casts on him? Stig is almost going down, but with a sudden heal, it keeps him alive just long enough to keep him going. Slufin is still just running as hard as he can to get some damage in, but Stig seems to be... They seem to be focusing Stig really, really hard this time. It seems like they come in with a battle plan on how to defeat these last tournament champions. Is the CC not coming through? Because like there's a CC on Nuge. Are they going to now focus on Chanty and damage him down? Not entirely sure. It seems like it's going to be hard. They have him on the back foot. He's having to heal himself quite a bit. You have Stig about to go down, and down he goes. And now here we go. Can Poseidon and Stig keep it up? Poseidon's mana is still at over half. Clearly, this was a war of attrition, and Slufin is doing a ton of damage, and that's it. Chanty has thrown in the towel for round one. Round one goes to Hufin and Slufin, the odds favorite. It was close. Stig came down to the wire of almost being taken down. It seemed like they definitely came with a strategy, but it just did not come with the follow-through. And now we're going to take a short break as we get the reses in, and as we get everyone resituated. Hopefully, Weak Click Skills are now taking what the lesson that they just learned. Stig is vulnerable. If you can keep him close, if you can keep Poseidon away enough, maybe get some CC on him, you could probably do enough damage to take down Stig, and that's all the damage potential of Hufin and Slufin. It was close. I don't know if Hufin and Slufin are going to sit there and rethink their strategy, maybe be more aggressive with their CC. And just a reminder that each team has the ability to use their revives once during the entire tournament. So, for something like Ankh or a B-Res or Soulstone, Weak Click Skills, this is potentially their last round. They need to be able to decide, is this where we use the Ankh? Do I go super aggressive and then use my Ankh? We're going to see if that's the kind of strategy they employ for this round two. But overall, it seems like they were very, very close to taking that round. We're going to see if they actually employ some of the strategy. We have 30 seconds. I'm going to take a quick drink. Stay hydrated, everybody. So now we're under 30 seconds. Going to get myself situated. Let me stay hydrated. Water's great. So here we are. Both teams are getting their buffs up, getting drinks in, getting their mana topped off. Seems like Poseidon's already in camouflage, really hiding his positioning, getting ready for round two, which I think really helps, especially for your stealth class, because no one knows exactly where he's at unless you're in the group with him. But here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And let's see if there's going to have some early aggression coming here from Weak Click Skills. They seem to be playing safe, sticking together, but if they're going to focus on using an Ankh as part of their strategy, we're going to see if they just have Nuge be super aggressive. See, there's Poseidon coming out of the camo. Stuck right next to Stig. Hufin is, of course, heading out and sticking on Chanty. And maybe they're going for the strategy of continue to focus on Chanty, that way he has to use the heals on himself, and they don't have the ability to focus on Nuge for any actual heals. We'll see if Chanty can continue keeping him alive, but right now he is rooted, and he might get hard casted if he doesn't get out of it now. But maybe this is the chance to use that Ankh and survive if Chanty can line up a heal at the same time as the Ankh comes in. But it feels like they're still trying to focus Stig down, but there's way too much health on Stig at this moment, with Poseidon really down on mana. But I feel like if he gets out of combat right now and Stig can stay alive long enough, it won't be that big of a problem. See, Stig is already healed back to full. Poseidon seems to be really hitting those big heals, not downscaling, down leveling any of his heals. Shanty is also down to about the same amount of mana, but with Sloofin doing most of the damage, being able to stay out and continually attacking, it might not matter as much. Poseidon is low on health. Nuge is definitely low on health. Poseidon is down on health, and he's going to go for the charge, stop the heal, and stop the cast from Chanty, and lock him down. Oh my god, the charge was enough to lock him down and do enough damage. And Enhance was staying on Stig, just wasn't enough. Now they can play safer until the match is done. Weak clicks. He might Stig down. He might actually be able to kill Stig here, though. Stig is down. It's now just a healer versus a damage dealer. We'll see what happens. 20% versus 90%, though. So we'll see if Poseidon can get a couple of slaps in to finish up the fight. But the dots are still ticking on Nuge. You can see he went down from 20 to 19%, 18%. Is he just waiting for the dots to do all the work? I can't tell. He's running away. This is a legit strategy. People right now are complaining about the strategy, but we'll see. Poseidon can get a couple of scratches in kitty form. We'll see if that's enough. What I'm not sure exactly what the strategy is to keep running. Is it just let the dots do the work? Because it might actually work. This is a legit Kekawait strategy. This is 5-head right here. Oh, but I don't know if the dots are still ticking on him. I can't really tell with the current information. There it is. There's the fucking beam that you needed. What an amazing showing. That even though they took out Stig, it was close. It was close, but the stonks continue to rise. This could have been extended to a round 3. It wasn't, unfortunately, but what a great try by Nuge, and really well fought match. And of course, this is the reason why they are the odds favorite. But people have been trying to develop strategies in order to take down Stig and Poseidon. So we'll see what happens when they face against some of the other competitors in this tournament. So now we're going to go with the bracket update. We have Hoofin and Sloofin knocking out Weak Click Skills and moving on to the top 4. Next up, of course, we're going to be having Bust a Load versus Sapped Cows Don't Moo. And Sapped Cows Don't Moo and Bust a Load have the same odds, but I feel like Sapped Cows, being the double rogue, double camouflage with lots of CC, lots of burst potential, we're going to see how that strategy plays out against Bust a Load's composition. But as people are getting ready, people are going to get together, and I'm going to take this time to say thanks, everybody. You guys have been really nice to throw some follows, throw some some subs and stuff. I really appreciate it. It's really helpful. Everyone coming together to compete in this tournament. This is very nice. Oh, and follow from Pinu. Thank you. It's been. Is there a way to see health bars easier? Unfortunately, there isn't really a way without using 3 accounts, and I don't have 3 accounts. There's a way that I thought of that would work, but it requires a lot more extra coordination and a lot of extra things, and I'm just one person. This is the best that I can do as a solo person, putting this on this side of the production. I'm doing my best, though, and if I can eventually get it to have 2 other people to help out, I can try to coordinate it, but I think it would require like a 3rd screen for me. Augur, thanks for the sub again. Yeah, the server. This is our second event. The first event was last month. This month, where we expanded it quite a little bit. Also, are you single? I am single at the moment. Thank you for asking. But one-man powerhouse. But yeah, the server does this every month. We're going to be opening it up most likely the next event to the entire Horde faction. So if you have like a 2v2 setup that you're thinking for next month, no harm thinking about putting together. We also have our graphics people, Wet Chicken Art and OK Morty here. So we have Lala Lauren and OK Morty here. If you need to get graphics for your team coming up next month, if you want to do that, they're the ones that you want to hit up. So with that in mind, we are going to see what the next matchup is again. It's going to be Bust a Load to the left and the Sapped Cows to the right. So Sapped Cows Don't Moo There they are to the right of your screen. And on the left, you got Bust the Load. So with Bust the Loads, you got Splice and Cold Marbles. And on the right, we have our double rogue team. And we're about to head in right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you see, we don't see the rogues, but we're gonna see how they're gonna play it safe. Are they gonna play it safe and stick together and wait for them to open up? Are we gonna have some arcane blasts happening out to try to get them out? There's a blizzard right there. The goal is to try to get them knocked out of camo and stealth early. But we'll see if Ginger and Johnny can wiggle their way in and open up with a couple of backstabs or something to get some early damage and early CC on these two. They're clearly playing a bit safe. They're stopping to drink every so often to make sure that they can stay topped off and continue to try to out them from their stealth. But we can see that there's a lot of mind games that play, and that's why Sap Cows, even though they're at the same odds, have a lot of mental game potential. And here they are with the opening up. They're opening up on Splice. You can see already at half health, at 25% health, he's getting bonked down and he dies. And that's what I'm talking about. This hidden potential of this double rogue combo. If you can't get them knocked out of stealth, can do so much damage, so much burst. And Splice used his Ankh in this fight. He came back again, and they beat him down again. That's super unfortunate. I would have thought they would save that for like a round 2, but there it is. Cold Marbles is now just getting killing Ijani now. So it's now a 1-to-1 fight, but I just don't think that there's enough there to maybe get him through, even with the hard cast. Oh, there's Evo. He's getting more mana to see if Ginger's still at 100% health. And Cold is at the 12. Unless he can keep more hard CCs, like a Frost Nova and hard cast on him, I just don't see how his low amount of health is going to get him through this fight. Even with the blink, even with the more sheeps. I probably should have gotten more of these potions, but we'll see what happens because Cold Marbles is clearly on the defensive. We're here witnessing this 1v1. He's gonna get the poly out? Does he get out of combat to drink? I don't know what his strategy here is. Like if he can get out of combat and start eating, he might be able to get some health back. And there it is. There's the out of combat eating. So even at 100% versus 40%, we can see that he's back in stealth. And if he can get a couple more CCs off and get some easy hard casts, we might be able to see a turnaround because he can keep blinking away. He keeps the distance away, keeps the poly on Ginge. It really, there's the hard cast. Here's the cast. Oh, he's healing. No, he's bandaging. Okay, he's evening this up. Even though he's low on mana, we're gonna see how this turns out because he has like almost no mana. He's gonna slow him down. He's gonna freeze him. He might turn this around, even with the double death of Splice. We might be seeing Cold Marbles really pull it out with his ability to use his slows and CCs and stuns. And we can see it right now. There he is. He's down to 76% health, 52% health. He might be able to get it 39. Being able to get out of combat and eat and drink this might turn it around. The big hit place. There it is. Oh my goodness. What a turnaround. He was on the back foot. He was down to 13% health. And he CC'd, he got out of combat, got the eating and drinking in. That's the kind of strategy that you need to be thinking about in this kind of tournament. This is how you advance. This is how you win. If you remember in last month's tournament, one of the big things that Poseidon was able to do was get out of combat and continue to get mana. So he was always in a mana positive area. Thanks for following, Scons. But he's always in the positive and always in the lead mana-wise. But what a comeback. Cole just comes back. But now remember, Splice does not have the ability. Thank you for the follow again. Splice does not have the ability to use his Ankh for the rest of the tournament. So here we are. They used it early. It didn't get as much value as maybe they were wanting. But Cole was able to really push out a lot of big brain plays, a lot of thoughts that I was surprised. What an amazing turnout! Like that's all right there. Already a high contention for play of the match, play of the tournament. Thank you for the bits, Lauren. We are just in awe because like the double rogue comp had so much potential, and now I'm wondering if sad cows don't moo, if their strategy now is to try to get Cold down first. If they, instead of opening up on Splice, they can open up on Cold. Maybe that's the strategy they implement in the next time, but we're gonna see what ends up happening. Thank you for the gifted sub. What was last tournament play of the match? Last tournament's play of the match was Pep on the 2v1, taking out Mac and Portals after Filthy Barry had already been taken down. It was in the fight for the third place medal. And it's honestly, what an amazing play that was as well. Honestly. Thank you for the 100 bits, Nick. This is the game we play. And everyone's like, Ginge is raging. The salty Ginge. Oof. The double rogue salt might be happening because they really got 2 kills, but they couldn't get the third. Because Splice died not once, but twice in that round. And what an amazing turnaround there. 13 to 100% health to going full health. And even with partial mana, being able to use the CC in a smart enough way to eke out the win. But here we go. Round 2 is about to start. We're heading in. Of course, we have both of our rogues hidden. Start the match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So are they going to play it as safe this time? Or Splice and Cold going to play it as safe, staying back? Or are they going to start being a little more aggressive to try and get them out? Oh, in the early start, there's no mind games here. They're out for blood this time, but they got the CC on them from Cold right away. Is this Sad Cows Don't Move strategy to burst down Splice again? I don't know how well that's going to work. They because Cold got the early thing off. Right, Johnny's dead immediately, and Ginger's dead. Holy cow! This time they didn't even get the double pick off that they wanted because of the AOE from Cold. This is some big brain plays. I didn't see it happening. I was expecting an instant gib from the double rogue team. But wow, what an amazing turnaround. They had the same odds coming into this, but it's this round that Bust the Load has taken and going on to the next round. And now they're getting their reses out and getting ready for the next match. But holy moly, Bust the Load is really coming into their own to hopefully see if they can dethrone last month's champion, Hoofin and Sloofin. This is going to be probably their defining moment. If they can take out Hoofin and Sloofin, we're going to see how the bottom bracket does to compete against that, because that was a hearty showing if I ever saw one. The next one is going to be between Dirty Legume League to the left and the French Connection. And we saw the French Connection earlier. They definitely exceeded expectations by performing very strongly. Can they go up against last month's third place medal and come out on top? Really come in with the upset. It would be interesting to see. And that's what's coming up next. Chain lightning, chain lightning, chain lightning. Kim's about to make me bust a load. It's true that that's what I do sometimes. He's broken in half. All right, so on the left, it's going to be the Dirty Legume League. And on the right is the French Connection. So let's set this up. On the right is the French Connection. Let's get their graphic up there. On the right is the French Connection. And on the left is going to be the Dirty Legume League. Boom. So in this matchup, it's going to be a lot of casting, because we're going with priest mage, mage warlock. So it's gonna be a lot of casting. We're gonna see how well they do against each other. A lot of blue bars, but we're gonna see as we head into the next match. Right now, we're starting. And it's just a blue bar bonanza in here as we start. And we're gonna see who gets off the early aggression in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We see the Dirty Legume League sticking together, coming in hot. We're gonna see if Wilmer can get enough CC in, maybe a poly off to try and there's a copy machine emote. Wilmer's taking a lot of early damage. I don't know if they're putting the same amount of damage into Filthy Barry. Clearly not. It's just not enough damage on Barry. There's the ice block from both mages to see what happens. Filthy Barry is getting kind of low, but I don't know exactly what Warlock did, if he drained life or used something else. But here it is. Is Wilmer going to go down here? They put the dots. He's ice blocked again. We have Adina down to 30% health. Peas is still super high, and there's Peas knocking out Adina. Now Wilmer's down on the back foot on 35% health with Manam. Is that the name of your pet, Filthy Barry? Well, Manam is just biting at Wilmer. We see Filthy Barry kind of close. He might be able to get it down to the 1v1, but I feel like with Pet still at 100% health, it's just not going to be enough. And down goes the French Connection. The French Connection goes down. But look how close it is. Look how close it is. Down to 5% health. They almost got Barry. It could have gone down. Maybe they're going to rethink on how their engage goes. But it was a close match, but the victor does go to the Dirty Legume League. And honestly, I would say that that's surprising, but we do know that Pep has the ability to turn on the Ultra Instinct and really dive in and come in with the clutch moves, with or without Filthy Barry. So when you see this couple come together to show you can't stop the legume, can't stop, won't stop. Another thing for the 100 bits again, Lark. What the hell is a savory DVD delight? I don't want that. I don't want to become a pirate or a ninja or whatever you guys are turning into all around me. We're almost there though. Starting round 2, we're about to hit the 30-second mark on the break as everyone gets their mana and health back, put their buffs on, and we see that Pet and Filthy Barry, because they didn't die, they weren't really in need of their buffs or anything, so they're ready to go. Do I have a graphic for the loser for the fight for third place? I don't have a specific graphic, but it is part of the bracket itself. Like it is there. If you look at the bracket up right here, I'm gonna put the loser down here and the winner up here. So there will be a place for them whenever that particular fight goes down, because there will be a fight for third place, of course. Fight for third place to get that couple hundred gold and the medal and the glory. But here we go. Dirty Legume League versus French Connection round 2. Will the French Connection extend to the round 3? We'll find out. Will there be another 2-0? We'll see. So early, here comes the French Connection coming in early with some aggression. Filthy Barry sitting in the back and Adina sitting in the back. So it's kind of a weird combination. They both send one team member in, but it feels like Wilmer just doesn't have the health pool in the same way. Maybe it's a gear and a stamina issue. I don't know. But he's taking a lot of health down way earlier than the others. You have like Peas and Filthy Barry just hard casting on him. I don't know. Oh, that's what happened. Adina was sheathed over here to the right, way in the back, and wasn't able to get off any off heals whatsoever. And so Wilmer goes down, Tukas goes down, and Adina is fighting for the last bit of life, but it's just not enough. Dirty Legume League, third place finishers last month, knock out the French Connection in this round, and they move on. Fucking fantastic. Way to go. And now we're time to update the bracket. So we see Dirty Legume League really making the progress into the top 4. Now the question is, in this next fight, we have Stealth Required and Gruesome Twosome. And the question that everyone needs to be asking is, whoever wins this match has to come up and see if they can upset the Dirty Legume League to even try to go for a medal like last time. Or at least go for the gold. But Stealth Required, of course, have shown in the past that they can be very strong. Gruesome Twosome, of course, is the unknown that we'll be seeing an unlikely pairing. I know that there's a possibility of twist that we won't actually be seeing the Boomkin, but we'll see. Portal sucks. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate to say. But we have Stealth Required on the left and Gruesome Twosome to the right. So let's see. On the left side, let's go to the tournament. On the left side, we've got Stealth Required. And on the right side, we're getting our Gruesome Twosome. We've got our Mossy Mage and our Boom Chicken. And Portals and Maximus. As you can see, even though Mac is clearly a rogue, his ability to be stealth is in question from last tournament. But he does have his bush, so we might be able to pull it out, in the end. But here's what we know. We have Boom Chicken, who seems to have come in with an emergency respec. So even though our graphic shows him as a Boom Chicken, we have emergency respec and we have Mossy Mage. So here we go. We're gonna see how that actually. It does look like Amber's Leg Chicken. I don't think it was inspired by that, but yes, it looks like Amber's Leg Chicken, his Boom Chicken graphic. Of course, we have Portals. Here we go. We're starting, and I need to take these down. Oh, not that. There we go. We're going in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We have one stealth on each side, and we're going to see who gets the first open up, or if they get an AoE. And immediately there comes Mac. Mac gets opened up by Mossy, and he has to vanish again just to stay stealth. We see Mossy. Get him out again. Let's see if they can keep Mac and Portals at bay. This might be able to work, because Boom Chicken's going to go in for some healing and keep Mossy Mage alive. If Mossy can do enough damage to Mac, it might be enough to focus Portals down after the fact. Because here's the mage battle of the CC of everyone just blinking and freezing and slowing. It's an interesting combination, because then Mac goes down. So even though they were hard favorites, this is the hidden potential that I was saying. Mossy Mage and Boom Chicken are really coming out strong, and with a strong showing that most people probably didn't expect. This could be the upset of the entire match, because down goes Portals. Mac is down. Gruesome Twosome comes out on top. Round 1. Fantastic. Oh, amazing. Just amazing. Again, another team that when they signed up, they had said things like, well, not really very good at PvP. I'll probably get knocked out. But they've come in and shown that they have enough class understanding, enough CC understanding to put themselves up ahead. They're up ahead right now, 1-0. And even if right now they were to lose 2-1, they're ahead of so many other teams because they got a match off. So now, Portals and Mac, who had their bronze medal finish from last month stolen from them, they might not even advance in the tournament at all this time. And they may need to rethink their spec. They may need to rethink their strategies. They might not have seen Gruesome Twosome as a threat, so they didn't really think to plan ahead about it. But Gruesome Twosome has shown they came to play. They came ready to do some damage and to cause some havoc in the brackets. Anyone who counted them out early might be regretting that decision very soon. And again, stay hydrated. Thank you for the 200 bits. This is pretty cool. Thanks. I'm doing my absolute best. Here we go. We're getting ready for. No, we're not. I wish I was getting ready for round 2. Let me swap back. Here we go. And both sides have the rogue camo and the druid camo. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And let's see if Mossy can get the early decloak again to force the vanish. He's frozen with portals. Let's see if he can get some hard casts off. It doesn't really do much, it seems, but there he's down to 76% health to 100% health. Boom Chicken's forced to come out to try to get some heals off on Mossy, but look, it seems that Boom Chicken is having a rough time over there. Let's see if Max seems to might be going down first again, and there he goes. He went down. They have no healing potential, so unless they can burst down either Mossy or Boom, it's just not going to happen. This might be the upset of the entire tournament. There it is. Portals and Mac, the odds favorite of last tournament, gets knocked out by Gruesome Twosome. Absolutely phenomenal. No one could have seen it coming. Boom Chicken coming in hot, letting people know that they are not to be messed with. They are not to be trifled with. Do not mess with these guys. Amazing. Fantastic job. And now we'll see what that does with the brackets. Stealth required, a heavy favorite for many considering their fourth place showing in the last tournament. Now don't make it to the top 4. As Gruesome Twosome moves on to face the Dirty Legume League. And so the next fight is going to be between Hoofin and Sloofin and Bust the Load. We're going to see how well that Bust the Load, with their years of PvP experience, can come to another group who are so heavily favored that it would hurt to bet for them. It would always be such a low payout. But we are seeing the top 4 finally forming. We see the storyline coming in. Can Gruesome Twosome be the hidden underdog that blows people away? Will Bust the Load knock out Hoofin and Sloofin and force them to try to fight for even a medal place? Can they podium is the real question at all. And we'll be seeing that here in a little bit because the next matchup is Hoofin and Sloofin to the left and Bust the Load to the right. So Bust the Load to the right, bam, and Hoofin and Sloofin to the left. It's going to be an interesting matchup because there's a lot of CC potential coming in from Cold. He's shown that he can absolutely handle his own in a 1v1 fight. So when you have a healer like Poseidon, can stay healthy enough with the amount of burst potential that a shaman and mage have to survive it, because it comes down to a war of attrition. If it comes down to they can't do enough damage to start off, it's going to be absolutely a nail biter if Stig can't get enough damage in to either one of them. Hopefully this is the kind of matchup that people were expecting to see, because we have years of experience coming in from Cold and Splice. Like, these people know for years in the different arenas through the different expansions. And although I don't know how much Stig and Poseidon know, they definitely destroyed everyone's brackets and expectations last month. So here we go. Let's get rid of the graphics. If I can find them. It's on the right. There it is. All right, and here we go. Hoofin and Sloofin versus Bust the Load, round 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go. You see Bust the Load coming in with some fast aggression, hoping to get some early damage in. But we see Hoofin going straight for the totems, trying to take them out and make sure that Splice does not have his buffs for the fight. Stig is immediately CC'd, but I believe he trinkets out. We're going to see Cold Marmot get some cast off of Poseidon. Poseidon takes a big hit while a lot of dots continue to tick on Splice. If they can keep the distance, the problem with the melee class, you have to make sure that you keep the distance. And if they keep the CC coming, keep the distance going, or is the elemental? Remember, either way, I don't see a lot of difference coming in. It seems to be about the same. You have Stig and Cold at about 100% health, and you have Poseidon over here at 93. Let's see what happens. They're getting a lot of good heals off. Everyone's staying pretty topped off, but Splice dies. I missed that. I don't know how Splice died. Maybe because he was hidden behind everyone else, but Splice is now dead. It puts Cold Marble on the back foot, and I believe he's just throwing in the towel to end this particular round. There it is. They're the odds favorite coming in. It was close, but I feel like being able to keep Splice at a distance might have been the advantage that Stig and Poseidon needed to come out ahead. A lot of dots ticking, a lot of pet damage, and just being able to keep your distance. That's the reason why, like I said, a lot of these abilities and a lot of everything when it comes to vanilla and classic now as well, the abilities and classes are definitely geared towards a more battleground experience, correct? So it always thinks that you're going to have someone who's going to be a tank, someone who's going to be a damage dealer, who's going to be the flag carrier, and who's going to do this and that, and all that comes into play. Like especially things like Alterac Valley, it has PvP elements in it, but a lot of it is very much a PvE kind of focused thing. So they didn't really sit there and think, how do these abilities interact with other abilities in tandem? So you have to think of very creative ways in order to utilize your toolkit that is meant for PvE and battlegrounds in an arena setting. And I feel like Cole definitely was able to show that last time in the last match. But in this match, there's a lot of ability to just keep, like playing keep away. And a lot of people who've ever done arenas in retail know that playing keep away, playing line of sight angles plays a huge factor in how a lot of teams plan out their abilities and their cooldown usage and how they get out of combat. Like all that stuff comes into play while in an arena setting. So I feel like the more prepared class kind of doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how to word that, especially in a vanilla setting. Like they're doing their best with the toolkit that they have, and I feel like both of these teams are strong in their knowledge. It just comes into execution, because at any moment it could have been just like last time, where we sap cows don't move, got the instant kill, almost instant kill on Splice, but then Cole was able to like turn it around. Because at any moment that could have been, it could have gone the other way. And so for this second round, we're gonna see if we can get to round 3, heading in soon. Just right now, like, can Bust a Load push this to a round 3? We'll see. Round 2 starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're going. And so early, you see a cast from Cold Marbles are trying to focus Stig down. I think the strategy right now is to see if they can kill Stig and keep the pet busy. And oh, maybe not. Maybe they're trying to get Poseidon down. Once they can get him unstealth. And there he is, getting out of stealth, killing the totems, getting some early damage in. But there's Poseidon. He's going to force him to heal himself. And I'm wondering if that's the current focus, is you can take down the healer, make it a war of attrition, get him on the back foot, and keep Stig CC'd long enough to take down Poseidon. We see that happen last time with Sad Cows Don't Move, but we're going to see if Cold's CC can get enough casts on Stig then to actually do enough damage to make a big difference. There it is, the totem's getting attacked again. Spice down to less than half health, but he's stunned, he's CC'd. If he can get some more damage in before he gets taken out, maybe a heal, there's the heal. He's back up to full. You see Stig and Cold down here doing the CC fight. Poseidon has escaped, but he's down to 24%. They might be able to get Poseidon now, but if he doesn't get enough heals out, he's switching to bear form, get that extra armor. But if he's not getting enough heals out to actually keep himself topped off, he's just on the defensive. Spice and Cold are just over. I think the Spice is feared. Spice is not just getting, again, playing keep away, and they're just keeping him far away, and he's down. See, it's a matter of being able to use your abilities as a druid to play the escape routes, to continue to pop a hot on yourself and get away. Much like a mage's ability before with the rogue was to get the CC off and blink away and continue to get out of combat, get the heals, get the poly off. But with Splice going down, it's just a matter of dotting cold enough to end the fight. And there he goes. That's the end of the fight. That's it. The victor goes to Hoofin and Sloofin. Once again, the odds favorite, really coming into their own. The potential for upsets is really starting to dwindle. You see Hoofin and Sloofin coming in prepared with a strategy. They've thought about it. They spec'd into the things they need to be spec'd into. They move in to the top two finals, which again is going to be a best of 5. And Bustalode moves into the third place fight. So now we're going to have Dirty Legume League and Grissom Twosome to see who gets to move on to the finals and who has to fight Bustalode for third place. So this is the current standings though on the bracket. And we're gonna have Dirty Legume League on the left, Grissom Twosome on the right. Grissom Twosome on the right and Dirty Legume League on the left. We're gonna have the fight to see who goes into the finals. Gonna take another drink, stay hydrated, enjoy the graphics. The Dirty Legume League head-to-head graphics were the idea of Pep, by the way. This was her idea on what to actually do. Whether or not she was just straight up calling Filthy Berry a dumpster, I don't know. But I thought it was funny, and I made sure to oblige to make a Warlock dumpster. But I think there was enough time in between rounds that each of them are just needing to get buffs and drink again to get topped off in mana. And we're going to head right into it. And again, Boom Chicken with the respec really surprising me, and I'm sure others as well. And we'll see if they can continue to make a surprising showing and whether they go to the finals or fight for third place. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you have both Peas and both mages coming into the center to try to get an early cast off. Mossy with the CC really early to get Peas not able to move. But we're seeing Boom Chicken come down on health, down to about like 50% health. He's coming down even more. Boom is just getting dotted down. Can he heal himself to full? There it is. We're gonna see what happens when the Mossy gets sheet. Is it enough? We have Filthy Berry down to about half health. They don't have the same healing abilities as someone with a healer, so it might come down to a war of attrition if they can't get Boom Chicken to come down. He keeps getting the amazing heals on himself, and the CC on Pep. Is it enough to actually take down either of the Dirty Legume League players? It's unsure so far, but right now we still have both teams up. But you see Manam just all over Boom Chicken. Are they going to go for the kill on the pet? Will the pet damage actually pay off this time? You see Filthy Berry is finally below half health without any heals. The pet's dead. And that might be a big blow to Filthy Berry and his damage ability. But we'll see. Because there goes Filthy Berry. He's going down. Grissom Twosome coming in hot. Really putting a contention for their place in the finals. We'll see. Peas is down, but we still have Mossy at 74. Chicken at, oh my goodness. That's absolutely bananas. Grissom Twosome is definitely coming in and upsetting people. There's no way anyone could have seen Boom Chicken and Mossy Mage coming in and absolutely dominating previous winners. Like, this is going to be an amazing finals round because this is the fight for finals. But we see like Mossy and Boom Chicken really gonna put Pep and Filthy Berry back again in the fight for fourth or third place. Like they were in the same position last time, and they got knocked down to the third place fight. It's unprecedented that a team that has someone who tends to not play this particular spec at all come in and have such a strong showing. Because remember, Boom Chicken originally was not just Boomkin, but he was on his Hunter. So he doesn't necessarily play this particular spec of Druid, but here he is showing almost, almost an ultra high level of understanding of his CC abilities, along with his healing abilities, his escape abilities, and using them in an outstanding way to actually put Filthy Berry and Pep on the back foot. He's a leg tattoo. It's a fucking chicken. You're right. I mean, you're right. True. But he's really showing strength in his class understanding. And this is the reason why he is the Boomkin class lead. Okay? He really takes the time to do the research. He puts the time in to know exactly what it is he needs to do in order to accomplish the goals of this PvP tournament, or the other things he puts his mind to. It's incredible. It's honestly incredible. And we have a few seconds, about like 30 or so, until the next round starts. Just want to remind everybody, if you want to toss a follow, toss a sub, it all helps out. It's really, really helpful. So here we go, round 2. We'll see how this plays out. Round 2 starts at 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And we have Boom Chicken camoed out. And we're going to see when he actually decides to come out of hiding. Mossy Mage is getting attacked very early by both of them. There's a lot of focus. I wonder if they're going to try to keep Mossy completely damaged on the back foot to force Boom Chicken to heal. Maybe make it a war of attrition if you just keep focusing one down. The sheep on Peas is out, and we're going to have Mossy have a hard cast on Filthy Berry. He's down to 61% health. Boom Chicken is getting some attacks off, but I don't know if it's going to be enough with Pep still at 99% health. They're just focusing on Filthy Berry, but if they can keep focus, if Third Legume League can focus on Mossy to force Boom Chicken to do nothing but healing and drain his manager, we'll see what happens. The pet's dead. Filthy Berry's dead. Filthy Berry has went down and went pet's sheep and is getting hard casted. This might be it. This is what sends Third Legume League to the third place matchup. Gruesome Twosome moves on. I don't think anybody in this guild or on this server would have said yes. Boom Chicken and Mossy Mage are heading to the finals. Gruesome Twosome, there's no way they would make it to the finals. And yet here we are. Gruesome Twosome and Hoofin and Sloofin heading in and just showing everybody that they are contenders. All right? Let's head on to the bracket update. We have Gruesome Twosome heading into the finals, and Dirty Legume League relegated once again, just like last month, to fight for third place against Bust the Load. So, Bust the Load, of course, showing their heavy strengths against Sad Cows Don't Move earlier in the tournament. We're going to see if they can apply that same level of expertise to clinch the third place spot and the gold prize that comes with it. Because this is the competition now for the gold prizes that we have available to these teams. And it's just no one saw it coming. There's no way you could see people saw this coming. Bust the Load, maybe. The odds are pretty good, 4-1. But Gruesome Twosome, there's no way that anyone would have said, yeah, they're going to go the distance. They're going to go to the finals, be facing off against Poseidon and Stig on the other side of the bracket. This makes the entire idea of how we predict the winners, it comes into question. Because is it just class? Is it just skill? Like how much skill comes? There's a lot to consider. But the third place matchup, we're gonna have Bustle Load on the left and Dirty Legume League on the right. So Dirty Legume right, boom, versus Bustle Load on the left. So this is the third time we're seeing Bustle Load fight, and it's gonna be interesting to see because like if once again Pep and Filthy Berry can squeeze it out and get another third place, they'll be the first repeat medalers, just like last month. It's honestly incredible that this is what we've come down to. This one's still a best of 3, and the finals between Hoofin and Sloofin and Gruesome Twosome will be a best of 5. And it seems like we're about to get underway. I think they're talking about how much prep time is going to be allowed. But yeah, Kim hype. Got a lot of hype coming. hype. That better. And here we go. We're going to get this started. So I'm going to close that. Close that. And we're going to go round 1. Bustle Load versus Dirty Legume League. 3, 2, 1, and they're going. And you see, again, Manam is heading out. Are they going to go where they attack the pet strategy again, as the last team did? Filthy Berry gets sheeped and gets out of it immediately. Holy crap. I didn't even see what happened. Pep just dies. Pep just falls. Cold Marbles and Spice decided, we're just going to ignore Filthy Berry. We're going to ignore the pet. We're going to focus Pep, take her down, and that's exactly what just happened. What a quick down that I never would have seen from them before. I mean, it kind of worked out the same way as their fight against Sad Cows Don't Move, but this was ultra fast. That was a nuke. They just nuked Pep. There was no forgiveness. It was every ability, every cooldown, they're exploding. And let's see, who died over here? Splice from the dots eventually dies, but at that point, they had already won the match. Round 1 goes to Bustle Load. Absolutely incredible. Last month's third place winners, Dirty Legume League, might not medal this time, and that's the kind of upset that we're seeing. Splice, though, was part of the second place team with Pavo last month. Pavlo, of course, couldn't participate this month. He's out of town, which is unfortunate. But Splice, him being half that original team, might come back in, medal again. So he'll be the only person to medal at 2 different medals in the Chocolate Tournament Series. He got second place last time. He might get a third place medal this time around. We're gonna see, do Filthy and Pep come back in with a different strategy? They focus Splice a little harder. Do they get a little more CCs in? It's an interesting next round. Okay, Legumes went easy on you. Only use 5% of their power. Next round they're gonna use 7. They're gonna use an entire 7% of their power. We'll see how that claim holds up. But we'll see. But like I said, we'll see. Hopefully you can crank it up, turn on the Ultra Instinct, really let your instincts fly and really just lose yourself in the moment, clicking your abilities, getting the CCs in, because Splice and Cold are definitely a force to be reckoned with. The fight with Sad Cows Don't Move Sad Cows Don't Move. I keep saying move. Sad Cows Don't Move. All the same thing, right? They don't move because they're sad. Anyway, Sad Cows Don't Move definitely had my prediction, which did not come true. But overall, this fight for third place could be determined right here, right now. Round 2 starting. Let's see if we can extend it to a round 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're heading in. And immediately you have some casts going in on the Cold Marbles, putting those dots in. We have Filthy Berry. I'm going to focus on Peas to make sure that we can see if she gets nuked again. We have Splice getting focused a little harder. This time getting some CC on Cold. Cold is, of course, down quite a bit, but Peas is back. And they're both just getting their heals off, whatever it is that mages do to heal themselves. But here we go. They got Filthy Berry and Peas next to each other. Is it going to be enough of a connect? Pep goes down again. There it is. There was the cast from Cold, the CC when they got together. And now that Pep is down and Filthy Berry is sheeped or turtled, more accurately, they're turtled. This might be the end of it. There might not be enough damage able to be given out by Filthy Berry and his minion to overpower the hard cast and off healing of the shaman and just the free casting of a mage. What an amazing showing. What an upset. Bust a Load has taken the bronze medal. Incredible. This is the kind of upset that we're seeing. They had the play of the game last month, and Bust a Load coming in with a hard contention for play of the game this tournament, and they have clinched the bronze medal, gotten themselves, I believe, 400 gold. I believe is the prize for third place, and first place is going to be 1,000 gold, and second place 600 gold. So the next matchup is going to be the finals. It's going to be the best of 5. The first place winner will get 1,000 gold and a title in the Discord for Toxic as champion of the guild. And we're going to take a 3-minute break before the finals. That way I can refill my water bottle, get something to drink. Like I said, thank you, Dragon DS 101, for the follow. I appreciate the follows, guys. If you feel you don't need to, toss a prime, toss a follow, toss all that stuff. It all helps out. Thanks so much. I'll be right back before the finals. Thank you for following Nazarivia. But I'll be right back and fill my water bottle, and we'll come back for the finals. And I'm back. I got some water, got everything. How to get the camera float to fall? There's a thing called the Elixir of Dream Vision that lets me leave my body and be a part of the action. Elixir of Dream Vision only requires Purple Lotus for the most part, and something else. Forget. But I have some water, getting ready for the finals. Thanks for the follows and everything, everybody. We are getting everyone ready. Honor with 1,600 bits. Thank you so much. The next fight, Hoof and Sloofing to the left, Gruesome Twosome to the right. Let's my girlfriend and I are loving this. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. But Hoof and Sloofin, no, Grissom Twosome to the right. Hoof and Sloofin to the left. We have our champions of the last tournament fighting again for the chance to take first place 2 months in a row. And we have Gruesome Twosome to the right, the unexpected champions, the unexpected crowd favorites, the underdogs, fighting for the potential to dethrone the champions, Hoofin and Sloofin. We'll see what happens. They're prepping up and getting everything ready. And we'll see if Boom Chicken and Mossy Mage can dethrone the champions. Here we go. Round 1 of the best of 5. Whoever gets the first of 3 wins gets the gold, gets the prize, gets the glory. Let's go. Here we're heading in. Boom Chicken, of course, starting off camo. We have Mossy coming in with a hard cast on Stig right away. Again, the strategy for a lot of teams has been to focus Stig, try to get him down, get that damage done and out of the way, force Poseidon to heal and not really do as much damage. Don't get any free casting off. But we have, of course, just another caster and druid combination. So it might be a war of attrition. Who can get out of needing to heal as much? Boom Chicken is coming down low though. He's down to less than 10% health. Can he get the heal off? He can't get the heal off. Boom Chicken goes down. Now it's just Mossy Mage with Poseidon and Stig. It just wasn't enough damage to force Poseidon to run out of mana in the fight, and Stig is now able to just get healed, get topped off, and cause CC against Mossy, and Mossy's going to go down soon. That's unfortunate for the first round, but the strategy was so clear cut. Focus Stig, knock him down, and force the healing to be coming out. That way you can focus Boom Chicken to get the damage in and not focus as much, wasting mana to heal. But the first round goes to Hoofin and Sloofin. We'll see if Gruesome Twosome can rethink their strategy, really put their brain cells together, shake them up, get some sparks rolling. Just get the brain cells, rub them together, see what sparks come out. How are you going to deal with the champions, Hoofin and Sloofin? Do you focus more now on Poseidon and making him heal himself, leaving the damage dealer to freely do things and CC him on the side? Do you go after Stig again? There's a lot of questions on how you handle a team that has been so dominant now for 2 months in a row in the Toxic Tournament series. So the strategies, I feel, when you're building your team, some people in Forge are really. I hope that Forge is interested, because we want to open it up to all of Horde side for the next tournament. So if you're seeing right now, Hoofin and Sloofin are the ones to beat. They are the champions. Can you dethrone the Toxic champions who have shown just dominant feats? We've gotten close. They got down to 13% health before and almost knocked them out. They've lost rounds before. But I hope that you guys are paying attention to see who the strong ones are, who the weak ones are, and what you can do to fucking better yourself with respecking, with what gear. Because a lot of people who have been knowing about the tournament now for 2 months in a row have been gearing for PvP. Like, what do we need? Hopefully you guys can pay attention and join in next time. That'd be really interesting. We have OK More in the chat if you want to get your tournament graphics with Wet Chicken Art and him for next tournament. So if you want tournament graphics done, we can get that done for you. We're sending in round 2 in this best of 5. And let's see if they can knock down a map from Hoofin and Sloofin in the next one. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see. Again, getting with the early cast on Stig. The strategy seems to have not changed at all. Boom Chicken, of course, coming out of stealth way before Poseidon. And Poseidon's going to come in and force Boom Chicken to run away, leaving Mossy Mage to focus on Stig. But with the fear going out, I don't think it's going to be enough actual damage being done. It's just a matter of using your CC correctly. And it's definitely being used a little more smart from Hooven and Sleufen in order to stop the engage on themselves and allow just more free casting damage on both Mossy Mage and Boom Chicken themselves. Stig is down to 40% health, though. We're going to see if Boom Chicken can get some casts off or some heals off, depending on what he's doing. He got a cast off, not healing. Again, with the fear on Mossy, and he ice blocks, and we're going to see how they focus on Boom Chicken. He's going to use his escape abilities to slew back around in order to heal Mossy Mage, because Mossy Mage is coming down real low at the 6% altitude, and he's down. That's probably going to be the round. I don't know if they have enough damage, if Boom Chicken has enough damage to take down a almost full health in the 90% health. He's giving up. He's giving up the round. The round's lost. Round 2 goes to Hoofen and Sleufen. And that's where your positioning really matters. One of the key factors when dealing with a pet class is if the pet class is doing most of the damage along with dots, you focus more on your escapes and your distance, or are you focused more on just sitting there, taking it, and seeing if you can get them down? It makes it a lot harder when you have Druid heals, because they can throw a hot in and get out. You can see Poseidon's positioning is always close enough to get a heal on Stig, but never too close as to not be able to escape and keep the distance and widen the gap. And that's kind of what we were seeing last month with a lot of the melee classes, is that whenever they were able to close the gap, the amount of damage they were able to do was so high. Like we saw it happen with Sad Cows Don't Moo. The amount of damage a melee class can do when they're on you, when they both targeted Splice, he exploded. And Cold was able to eke out a win anyway, but it just comes down to how you use your CC. Like they become how smart you play, how much knowledge do you have of your class, how much do you have of their class. All of that kind of comes into play. Fight forever, clap, 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 clap. This has been a great pay-per-view. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys are for just following the stream in G-Chat. Like I said, we're hoping that this creates quite a lot of like unity among like the Horde side. We're doing this for fun. We're doing this for some levity among all of the rating that might feel like a job to a lot of people. This is truly for fun, and if you guys want to take part, like I said, we have OK Morty in chat. You see him chatting up. He and Lala Lauren W are the team behind a lot of the team graphics. So if you guys have a team in mind you want to pitch in, I can get you their contact information and you can get your stuff made. It's always good. The graphics teams are always on point. But here we go. We're getting round 3, best of 5. Is this the closing tournament? Will they be able to extend it to round 4? We'll find out right now in 3, 2, 1. And again, the strategy seems to be just focusing on Stig and hoping that they do enough damage. The Druids are barely coming out of stealth to cast some heals. There goes Poseidon coming out. Finally, here goes Boom Chicken. Keeping Poseidon on the back foot. They're going to keep focusing on Stig. He's down to 90%. He's up to 99%. I guess the hot just keeps on ticking. Are they swapping to keep Poseidon so far on the back foot that he has to keep running? I don't exactly know. Yeah, it seems like that's what they're casting. Mossy Mage is looking for the hard cast onto Poseidon. Keeping Poseidon's heals solely focused on himself. That way Stig has to just focus on damage dealing. And if he focuses on Boom Chicken keeps running. But I don't know if it's just not enough damage. It's not enough healing. See, again, the positioning. You see how far Boom Chicken got away from Mossy. He got too far away to not be able to cast a heal. Even though Poseidon was constantly on the back foot, he stayed within reach. And that, I believe, is like all that she wrote on this particular one. Best of 5. They got the 3 first. Once again, 2 months in a row, we crown a champion. Hoofen and Sleufen, first place. Gruesome Twosome with the very well respectable second place. They outperformed most people's expectations, I'm sure, by miles. This was a fantastic tournament series. 1,000 gold, and continue to have the role in Discord as tournament champions. And so they 500 gold to each of them, of course. Second place, Gruesome Twosome. Each of them get 300 gold. Not a bad little pot to take home after a well fought, very uphill battle. But thank you, Shelby. But we're gonna celebrate a little bit. No. We're gonna celebrate in a second. Let's find something that I don't, let's see. Yeah, let's go with this. We're gonna celebrate our champions, our fantastic champions, Hoofin and Sloofin. It's not that it's not working. I was over here. Like if I'm too far away, it doesn't pick it up sometimes. We're celebrating our champions, Hoofin and Sloofin. To Stiglock and Poseidon, congratulations on having a wonderful second month of being champions. As we open up the potential for a third tournament being all of Horde side, your competitions might get tougher. People are definitely going to be coming after you, figuring out how to tweak their own setup to specifically take out a druid and a warlock. But we're gonna toast to you tonight, and for the next month, congrats, you did it, you win. Tangerine is the one that I like. Thank you for everyone for stopping by. I appreciate you guys with the follows, with the subs, with the gifted subs. We're open to you guys wanting to be a part of the next event. Again, not sponsored by White Claw. We're sponsored by the rejection letter of the sponsorship. Radio wants to be my friend. I'm open to friendships. Friendship applications are always open and available. If you are part of Azuresong on Horde side and you want to be part of the tournament, message Gray and we can coordinate on how we can get Wet Chicken Art and Mr. Salyers to get you art that you feel is up to snuff for your team. Come up with a design concept. Come up with a team. Like, think of a strategy. We would like to extend an olive branch across all of the Horde side. And then if this goes well of Horde, we'll let all of Azuresong in, including the Alliance, to have a friendly competition as we all come together for a night once a month to drink, relax, and take our minds off of the hard grind to beat the crap out of each other at the Gurubashi Arena. So thanks everybody. I hope that I want to be kissed. Relax, don't do it. Thanks everybody. I hope that you guys thoroughly enjoyed tonight. I know I did. We definitely exceeded expectations as far as the matches themselves, the reception of these matches, and how this stream is being done. We will continue to do prep. I spent a whole month doing this, so when we're looking forward for the next tournament, please get in contact. That way we can get your graphics set up. We can get everything done. We can get you well coordinated and fit you into the bracket and get you acclimated with what the system that we got with Gray running the tournament, and we can continue to grow from this and really all become a much closer community here on Azuresong and through Twitch. But thanks everyone. Thank Toxic for putting on this event. I'm glad that I just was lucky enough to be the one to take it upon myself to say I'll do it as officially as possible. And we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to do better. And I hope that you guys can, continue to support, because it's really helpful. It really helps out all the support they can find through subs and follows in order to keep everyone with the highest production possible, the production values. Gotta keep it going. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll actually have a proper green screen and not just the fuzzy. But thanks everybody. It was an honor. I appreciate all the compliments, all the stuff, and thank you again for the gift of tears stuff to Mr. Bad Salt. You guys are wonderful. Please, we'll keep you updated on the next tournament, when it's going to be, how we're going to arrange it, if there's going to be a team limit. But either way, I'm glad that everyone got to enjoy it. Thank you so much. Please have a great night.